Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlene, aka The Savvy Specialist. Thank you for stopping by. Today I am going to recreate the look that I originally did. I posted some pics on Instagram. I will post some here. While scrolling down my Instagram feed, I came across this photo and I decided to recreate it and make it my own. I've had the most struggle this weekend. I filmed this video, I edited the video, and deleted the video permanently. So now I'm recreating the look. I will first start with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. I like this primer because it is moisturizing and it does the job as a primer because the product sticks to it. And I will go all over the face, focusing especially on the T-zone where I tend to get oily the most. I had to go to the AT&T store. They couldn't do anything for me. I went to the Apple store and that took me almost 2 hours of wait time, and only to find out that I had to pretty much restart my phone from the factory settings. So I basically started on a clean slate. All my photos, videos, all my data had to be erased. And I will go in with the NYX Skin Tone Primer. This is one of the struggles, I suppose, that creators face sometimes, especially when you have limited space on your devices. I was literally facing a technical crisis today. I'm gonna use the Eyes on the 70s palette from BH. When I first did this video, I talked about how you have to be really bold to rock this because it is intense. So I pretty much go all over the lid as my transition, and because I'm playing with such deep color, I do the eyes first because I don't want it to transfer on the rest of the face. Now I'm gonna go into the Born to Run palette, my baby, the Born to Run, and I'm gonna go in with this Wanderlust, this deep shimmery green in the palette. So this is what I'm gonna go in with all over the lid. And while it is still in the same family, it is slightly different. And I just go in, I apply it liberally. When you look at this, all you see is green and you're like, where is she going with this? But I promise, in the end, it will all make sense. It always comes together. So as you can see, I'm kind of going on top of that transition color that I used. And it sticks pretty well to the eyelid. I do not need to add any type of setting spray. Using the ABH brow pomade in the shade dark brown. I use this pretty frequently. Now I'm gonna go in with the number 12 brush by Anastasia, and I'm gonna try to recreate that brow exactly as I had it yesterday using the deep brow pomade. I go in the angle section and I start from the bottom where I want to map out the brows. I will go straight above, and yes, I know it looks light, but I promise it's gonna come together once I shape it up and I have a nice defined so see, the brow naturally follows. Once you shape it, then you cannot take back some of that color that you covered up. I'm not adding any additional product. I'm just going back so it's nice and blended and not so sharp. I'm mostly satisfied with that. So to remove the sharpness, you just go around the edges without any additional product. I'm going to go in with my Tint Idol Ultra and my Body and Face Blender by Real Techniques. I told you guys why I like this. It basically covers the entire face in like no time. It's one of my faves just because of how big it is and how much it covers. So remember, I already primed. I'm just going all over the face now with this. But I will admit that even if I like how much space it covers, holding it is not very practical. Once we have applied our foundation and we are satisfied with that, doesn't this just create the best visual though? I love it so much. Pretty, pretty. I'm using the Beauty Sponge by Morphe. Going in underneath the eye and across. And we're gonna buff that in with the Beauty Sponge as well. Underneath. And I try to match both sides equally. Forehead, nose. And yes, it looks really, really light on camera, but it blends in the smoothest way. I never realized how much of panic mode I would enter not having my phone. I definitely learned that today because it's been down since yesterday, so that's like almost a full day without my phone. And that was not a good experience for me. I will not even lie. That was not good at all. It just makes me realize like how dependent we are on technology, and I'm shook. It also scares me to think that I cannot go a day without my phone. Like, who else can relate? And I don't even consider myself that attached to my phone, but I cannot prove myself otherwise today because I was like having like literally a panic attack. I just go underneath with the powder and set. The level of smooth I get with this, it's, you have to try it out yourself to really understand what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go in with a clean brush, wipe it off, and yes, we are looking light, but that's okay because I'm gonna go over everything with an all over brush with my setting powder. I now go in with my MAC Studio Fix powder and I go all over the face to set everything. Very lightly because we already have a lot of powder going on. I will now go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour powder in mahogany to shape the face a little bit more, give it more definition in the hollows of my cheeks and all around. If I thoroughly enjoy something, I'm gonna stick to it. I will contour my nose from here to from the brow going down. I did not invent this technique. I've seen people do it and I think it works really well because it just helps to shape. It makes everything flow better. Like everything is connected, you know? And in case you do not contour for whatever reason, I promise you it makes a difference. And I go back in with a brush that has very little product and I just buff that in. I'll go in with Raisin by MAC. This is one of my favorite blushes and I will go heavily. I like my blush to show up. So this is looking kind of how it looked yesterday. Hopefully better. And then I go all over the face with my all over brush. I will now go in with my liner by Sephora. This is the waterproof brush tip liquid liner in the color Line the Eyes without creating a wing. But I like having a liner because it just makes the look come together. I'm gonna go in with this gel liner in the shade Swerve by Colourpop. It is just all black. It really shows up, y'all. And I will just go in. And that smoky effect is beautiful. So we're almost meeting the color, the green color. And before I add the inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go in with Stranded from the same palette, and I'm gonna go right towards the end, lightly. I'm now gonna go in with the lashes. This is the Studio Effects lashes. I go in with the Duo Strip Lash Glue. Wait for it to get a little tacky and go straight on. I'll just wait for that to dry and I will go in with the next lash. And now I go in to the Soft Glam palette by Anastasia, and I will go in with bronze first with my fingers, and then I will use a brush in the inner corner because the look I saw just had like a little bit of bronze, goldish yellow exactly in the inner corner. I go in with a more angled brush and I just concentrate a little bit exactly where I want it to be. And I will use some of my powder to brush away any excess right here because we don't want it to be too far out. And I want to make sure that this goldish bronzy yellow is showing up. I will go in with Red Hot by NYX to line my lips. I will go in with Boss Lady by the Lip Bar. This was also in my favorites recently. And this applies way lighter than it when it dries down. It dries down darker. Such a beautiful color. I will use the Hypnose Drama by Lancome for my lower lashes. I will use the Becca Cosmetics Gold Lava on the high points of my cheekbones. And for the highlight, you can choose to go as heavy as you want or as lightly as you want to. It's all about personal preference. Now, clearly, if I go too heavy, I use the opposite side of the brush and I just buff it in. I never forget my nose. This is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because this is the second time I'm filming this very same look. So I hope you enjoy it and hope you get to recreate this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.